Welcome to my channel briefing on Bravo. Lindsay Hubbard wasn't sure if Summer House would continue after its premiere season, but she did hope it would be enough to pay off her student loans. She said in a recent interview briefing on Bravo, the mother of one chatted it up with Alex Baskin for Season 3, Episode 4 of the podcast, detailing how she became the last woman to be cast for Season 1. Lindsay said she had a particular mindset going into the series as executives and others worked to manage expectations. "I just wanted to pay the student loans off," she said. "It was so simple for me." How much did Lindsay Hubbard own in student loans? Lindsay told Baskin she still had $30,000 to $35,000 left to pay for her student loans when first signing up for Summer House. "I was like, the girl math is, oh, great. If I can just do one season, who knows how long it's gonna last. At least get the student loans out the door and not have to worry about them." 9 seasons later, Summer House is still going strong. "Here we are," she continued. "It's like, whoa, how the feck did we get here?" Why Lindsay was a natural fit for Summer House. Lindsay, who lives in Manhattan, said that before the creation of the show, going to the Hamptons was part of her New Yorker lifestyle. She started partying at the Eastern Long Island destination spot in 2007, when she was still an intern in the big city, well before casting began. The budding hospitality publicist said she'd already known the guys of Season 1, which included current cast members Kyle Cook and Lindsay's former fiancé Carl Radke, plus twin sisters Lauren Workus and Ashley Workus, among others. Lindsay said they'd work on the weekdays of peak season before letting loose, returning in time for the work week super hungover. It was natural, like, sure, we already do this. This is how we live our summer lives. "Throw a camera in there, it'll be fine," she said. "For me, personally, I just wanted to pay off my student loans. I was like, great. If I can just supplement my income from being a publicist with being on Summer House, and pay off my student loans, have no more debt, I would be in a really good place." She added she agreed to film Summer House because her incentive was purely financial. Lindsay on auditioning for Summer House. Lindsay said Summer House began with her and Kyle's already established group of friends. Kyle, referred to by his buddies as the King of the Hamptons, according to Lindsay, reportedly attended an open casting call upon the urging of a friend. So Kyle goes to this casting call. He looks around. He's like, what is going on? This is not the demographic, Lindsay told Baskin. It was just a bunch of young people who had never been to the Hamptons before, almost like they were going on a modeling casting call for a scripted show. Lindsay said Kyle, ever the Alpha Leo, requested to see the show creators, telling them what life looked like for the real-life weekend warriors, where those heading east typically joined a group of friends and shared a home. He told them about the area's annual back-to-campus party, where about 200 people raged, and producers began plucking people left and right. At the time, Lindsay was contracted to another series about people in New York City's hospitality industry, though the pilot episode fell through. Enter twins Lauren and Ashley, who insisted Lindsay meet Summer House creators, ultimately filling the final spot for the women, she said. Looking back 9 years later, Lindsay said it would be an understatement to say Summer House changed her life. Hear Lindsay's full interview on Briefing on Bravo and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts, and see past episodes of Summer House Briefing on Bravo. Lindsay Hubbard shares how Summer House helped her tackle $30,000 in student loans. When Lindsay Hubbard joined Summer House, she had one clear goal: to pay off her lingering student loans. Speaking on Season 3, Episode 4 of the podcast Briefing on Bravo, Lindsay reflected on her journey, revealing how her initial involvement with the show was largely motivated by financial concerns. "I just wanted to pay off my student loans. It was that simple," Lindsay shared during her chat with host Alex Baskin. Despite uncertainty about the show's future following its premiere season, she approached the opportunity with optimism, hoping it would provide the financial relief she needed. How much did Lindsay owe in student loans? At the time Lindsay joined the cast of Summer House, she had an outstanding student loan balance of $30,000 to $35,000. For her, the equation was straightforward. The girl math was, "Oh, great. If I can just do one season, even if it doesn't last, I can pay off the loans and not have to worry about them anymore." Fast forward 9 seasons and the show is still thriving. "Here we are," Lindsay remarked. "It's like, whoa, how did this even happen?" Why Lindsay was a natural fit for Summer House. Before the show's creation, Lindsay was already a fixture in the Hamptons scene. Starting in 2007, when she was an intern in New York City, weekend getaways to the iconic Long Island destination became part of her lifestyle. "Going to the Hamptons was just what we did as New Yorkers," she explained. The future Summer House star had pre-existing connections with many of the Season 1 cast members, including Kyle Cook, her ex-fiancé Carl Rack, and twins Lauren and Ashley Workus. During peak season, the group would work hard during the week, and then head to the Hamptons to blow off steam, often returning to the city super hungover, but ready to tackle the next work week. "It felt natural," Lindsay said of filming the show. "We were already living our summer lives like this. Adding cameras didn't seem like a big deal. For me, it was an opportunity to pay off my debt and supplement my income as a publicist." Joining the cast was a financial decision. Lindsay's decision to participate in Summer House was driven by practical considerations. "My motivation was purely financial," she admitted, noting that at the time, the potential payoff outweighed any concerns she might have had about the show's longevity. How Lindsay got cast on Summer House. The concept for Summer House began with Kyle Cook and his circle of friends. Dubbed the King of the Hamptons, Kyle attended an open casting call, only to find the crowd wasn't representative of the area's real weekend scene. "It was a bunch of really young people who'd never even been to the Hamptons," Lindsay recounted. Kyle took charge, explaining to producers what a typical summer weekend actually looked like for his group, complete with house shares and raucous parties like the infamous Back to Campus Bash. Lindsay was initially committed to another show about New York City's hospitality industry, but when that project fell through, twin sisters Lauren and Ashley Workus encouraged her to audition for Summer House. Lindsay ultimately snagged the final spot for the women in Season 1. 9 years later, a life-changing experience. Reflecting on her journey, Lindsay acknowledged the profound impact the show has had on her life. "To say that Summer House changed everything would be an understatement," she said. For more of Lindsay's insights, catch her full interview on Briefing on Bravo and stream past episodes of Summer House on your favorite platforms. Come back to Briefing on Bravo and see more news.